Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Coffee with Regina. And I have this amazing, amazing person with me. His name is Ian McDonald. And why is he amazing? Because I am becoming such an AI geek, and he just takes AI geekness to a whole new level. Welcome, Ian.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here, Regina. Thank you for having me.
Just out of curiosity, because I said Ian because that's the way I always say that name because I have a friend named Ian, but I know some people pronounce it Ian. So how do you pronounce your name? Ian?
Ian is correct. I've
Okay.
always thought that it should be spelled E and N, just like DJ, but IAN.
I just had to ask just for reference. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Ian McDonald. He is, on his bio that he gave me, I just love that one liner, pioneering AI driven solutions. That is exactly what he does. You're going to love this conversation. He is the founder and visionary behind Disruptive Solutions, and he is redefining the landscape of custom software development and workflow automation through innovative AI integration. So he founded Disruptive Solutions back in January 2024, so this year. And the company name reflects his mission to disrupt the traditional approaches to software development and business solutions through the innovative application of AI. Talk about pulling out your inner unicorn, right? And so, and so recognizing the transformative potential of AI, he is committed to sharing his knowledge and experiences. He's got a YouTube channel where he offers tutorials, demonstrations, and insights into AI-powered solutions, and he's aiming to empower others to harness the power of this technology. And that is just a snippet of the bio that Ian sent me because he is like a really cool guy. So
Thank you
thank
so
you so much for
much.
being here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now you and I met because I am working on some AI certification myself, and I met you through the Real 360 guys. And you came on and just blew me away when it took you like what, 5 minutes to create like the scheduling software.
Mhm.
And I just started thinking about that and thought, as a business consultant who works with coaches and consultants, I just started thinking about the applications for what it is that you do. Because using AI, you just made it so easy and seamless. So, my first question to you is like, how did you like discover? I mean, you got into AI, and then how did you discover that, wow, I could actually create some really cool stuff with this?
I've always been into technology. I don't know. I've always had multiple computers and laptops, and I stay up to date as far as like YouTube channels and stuff like that. And about 2020 during COVID is when ChatGPT came out. And when I started using it and just realizing how cool and incredible it was, as far as like just being able to basically have a conversation with Google, and get answers for my unique situations. I was like, wow, this is going to be the future of not only it's just going to be the future in general, as far as everybody will be using this in whatever field. And for me specifically, at that time, I was really interested in developing and app creation, and um, I was going to go to a coding boot camp. Instead, I held off, and yeah, in January, I had continued just watching these videos, and I was like, I want to do something with this. I really want to. I don't want to be left behind. And like you mentioned, that I make videos. That's where I learned a lot of how to do this, was watching other creators on YouTube and just experimenting within ChatGPT and other AI models. So, yeah, early on, it wasn't nearly as easy. And this is only a short time ago, 9 months ago. 7 months ago, 8 months ago, or 2 months ago, 2 months ago, Claude came out, and that's where I was demonstrating to you that first time, just how simple it is to create something on the fly like that, and be able to interact with it within, yeah, a minute or two. So
When you think about all the stuff, I mean, because I'm out on social media all the time, and there's everybody and their brother jumped on the AI bandwagon to to say, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And they all kind of became cookie cutters, and it was all about the text. You, I have to say, you were the first person, and I'm sure there's other people out there because obviously you learned. Um, you're the first person that I saw put it into practical coding type of stuff so that you could go out and create these apps and stuff. And a lot of people nowadays in their businesses, they're looking for customization. They're looking, I teach, my thing right under my name there. It's the unicorn factor, right? It's all about being unique and setting yourself apart from the crowd. And when it comes to being unique, we want to create that custom app. We want to create that custom scheduling software that yesterday I was on with you and you were creating this custom virtual business card. Coolest thing ever. Now, I mean, there's apps out there like Linktree and all these other things that are out there for stuff like that. I have a Linktree account, and I use the free account. Not gonna lie, I use the free account, and the stuff is okay. And then I saw what you did in way less time than they probably took to put all their stuff together, and I was like, wow, his is way cooler.
Oh, thank you.
So when you think about it, what are potential applications for the applications that you can create?
Wow. Yeah, there's so much possible. And like I said, like just starting in January, I started out, my roommate, I used to work with him for a remodeling company. And I'd come home and he just has his paperwork spread out everywhere. And just clearly overwhelmed with like organization stuff. And I was like, this is probably something that could be helped or resolved with some sort of app, to basically be your right hand man and your assistant. And so, it was a conversation between him and I, and it's like, do you think it could do this? I was like, I'm pretty sure I could probably get it to do that. And that's the cool thing is just like people that I've talked to before, who've asked me to build them something. I might not have experience right off the get of how to make that for them, but the resource is there for me to create pretty much anything, I believe, if I put my mind to it. A personal project that I've been working on is scheduling social media posts. I have a name for it. It's called Social Sprouts. We'll see what happens with it, but it's using not only creating text posts that you might see on Facebook, but it's generating the images alongside it. And now that we have this AI generation, video models like Runway and Kling, and Sora is OpenAI is about to come out. I'm going to generate videos, so my social media, I won't have to worry about it. It will be taken care of. And so, I don't know. I think it's all totally possible. And I have friends who are actual developers and they still traditionally code and they use ChatGPT, but me having used it for so long, I believe I do have some like, a knack for communicating with it and actually getting the responses that I want. And I think I'm building these apps way quicker than traditionally they would be built.
And that's the key. What you just said is knowing how to prompt AI, how to tell it and get the information that you want. I have to tell you, yesterday when we were on our other call and we were talking about stuff and you were showing some coding pieces, as an ex-COBOL programmer, and we're talking about lifetimes ago, and I know I'm at least double your age. And lifetimes ago, I was a mainframe COBOL programmer. And so just for giggles, I went out to Claude and I said, hey, Claude, I'm just curious. Are you able to generate COBOL code? And Claude came back and said, sure, give me the right specifications and I'll be happy to see if I can come up with what you're looking for. I was like, wow, how cool is that?
Oh, man, I know. Yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, these AI apps, right now, at least for me, it seem to have no boundaries, no limits. They can do just about anything. And the way you implement them, like just thinking about your roommate's business and he's got papers all over the place and it's like, hey, let me just go see if I can whip something up here on AI and see if it helps make it a little bit easier for you to organize all this stuff. How cool is that?
It's super cool. Yeah, and like I said, I nerd out on it. This is the first.
Apparently, I am too now.
It's so cool. I think it is so cool, and whether it's building applications or whatever, it blows my mind just the technology that we have access to right now with AI. It's incredible.
And so, because this is only about a half hour live stream here, I know you have some stuff that you could like show us some of this stuff. Do you want to share your screen and like just I don't know, just play around, show us what you can?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Click on that
sure
present,
can.
and we'll see if we can make this work because I don't usually have my guests share their screen. So let's see if this works for us.
Alrighty. Let's see. So I was showing you Replit yesterday. This is where I build out all of my apps. Let's see.
And Replit is it's REPLIT.
Yep, replit.com. I'll show you that business card that I was showing everybody how they could build yesterday. Disruptive.solutions. So this is my business card that I made for myself.
Yeah, so for everybody who's tuning in here, do not get bogged down by that code stuff there because as an ex-programmer, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool for me. For everybody else, it's like, oh my gosh, what is this stuff? I'm already overwhelmed. It looks chaotic. I don't know what to do with it. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
You really don't need to know 100% what to do with it. This does it for you. You don't have to think about it. You just have to like have it generate it, put it someplace, and let it run.
Yes. Yeah, actually, maybe I can demonstrate that real quick just using AI in here. Like my copy and paste method, where we'll see if we can get it to change the colors for us. But as we wait for that to load up, this is that digital business card that this is totally generated from AI as far as just telling it naturally as if it was a developer sitting by my side, like, hey, I would like a business card that does this. It looks like this. It has a chatbot interface. It's optimized. It looks like a portrait on a mobile device. It looks like a wider version on desktop. And it took me about a week to build. But now I have this template and I've shared it so that anybody can much quicker, within probably 5 or 10 minutes, build something like that for themselves.
And I believe you have something on your disruptive.solutions page that allows you to go out and do that.
Yes. So what I was demonstrating for folks yesterday was in here in the resources tab, clicking this create a digital business card.
We're only seeing the code, the Replit page right now.
Oh, that's right. Oh man. It's only sharing that tab, not my. Okay. All right. So yes. So if you are interested in making something like this, I have this free resource, so you could build one for your brand, your company.
And so one of the first questions is going to be, do I have to like buy these AI programs in order to be able to create this?
You will have to purchase an account with Replit. So Replit is where you'd be paying for hosting, pretty much, to host, just like any other website. You have to pay to host, but Replit offers so much more than just that. I'd really recommend it if you are interested at all. They have a free version where you can test it out. It's quite expansive, the free version. But if you wanted to launch a website or launch an application, I think it's like $20 a month for that.
So totally reasonable. Yeah, totally
very reasonable. Yes. And then ChatGPT, they have a free version. I'm pretty sure you can get anything you need out of that. But this is free. This is using ChatGPT, and so it's asking us to provide 4 colors that we'd like. We'll say black, white, yellow, and green. And that will give us a snippet of code that we can copy and paste back into that Replit project over the styles file, and it will just, boom, change the colors for us.
So it's literally just a copy and paste.
Yeah, that's something that somebody would have to go, like a traditional programmer, they would have to know like the code for what is this color in hex, you know, instead of just saying red, it's like hashtag F whatever, you know. And they'll have to go in and meticulously change each of these little pieces where this is, it's right here. Copy, we'll go back, we'll see if it works.
There we go.
Yes, okay, cool. So did you try anything else within Claude as far as
No,
coding?
not yet.
Okay.
I am starting to totally geek out on it, and I'm playing with a lot of stuff. And future versions of my program that I teach for my business consulting are actually going to include AI, because you said it earlier. AI is the way things are going, and the people who, when it first came out, people were very nervous about it, and they were scared of using it. And now you can see that not only is AI getting better, it's being used more and more and more and more on pretty much every site that's out there. Every major site out there has some kind of AI on it. And so, you know, it is the wave of the future. And so I am absolutely including it in mine.
Absolutely. It's definitely, it's kind of like you have to at this point. All right, so let's see if it changes our colors here. There we go. So that's just a little bit of it. I mean, that's not super exciting, but for me, I think that this is cool. I think this is super cool just to be able to say, give me these colors, I want this, and boom, you got something like that.
So you could really go in and customize your business card. So that right there that you're looking at, is that a business card? So it has, you can create a card that has like the about and all this other stuff
Yeah,
on it.
absolutely. And then you can come in here and mess around with the chatbot. So this is something that's unique to it as well, as you can give it information about yourself, your business, whatever you would like, and a customer will come to your business card and be able to chat, get information, and even here the sky's the limit as far as what you could have this chatbot do. So
All
as
right,
its own.
so step back a minute for those who are not techie here, because there's a
Mhm.
lot of people who watch this are not techie at all. So
Sure.
if you've heard of chatbots in the past, I know a lot of people have heard of this buzzword chatbots. All a chatbot is basically AI answering questions. So if you've ever gone to a page where they have a support or something like that, and it says, "Hey, ask your question here," and then it spits out an answer, that's likely AI spitting out an answer. That's not a live person. And that's what he's talking about here. He's talking about you can create your own custom chatbot for your business, so people can come to this card and say, "Hey, Regina, tell me what the unicorn factor is all about." And I can have a pre-programmed response to that answer, to that question, so that it gives it to them automatically. So I can start building a relationship with people and start building that know, like, and trust, and then have it funnel them into, okay, once they got what they want, if they're interested, now they get me live. So the end of my chatbot funnel, as you know, I'm just calling it a funnel. I don't actually like the word funnel, but when you think about it, it really kind of is. You're bringing them in, they're asking the questions, and then at the end, it's like, "Hey, would you like more information? Here's Regina's calendar to set up a 30-minute conversation," or something like that. So if they're interested in that, and Ian has created this so that you could actually go create your own version of this.
Absolutely. Yeah, you totally could, and I recommend it. I recommend checking it out, whether it's this or any other AI, just to get your feet wet and just see what it can do. And also, this is where I met Regina, is the AI for Business Facebook group. A lot of really cool people on there, a lot of really cool resources and people posting just updates that are happening in the space. And yeah, I joined that about 2 months ago, and yeah, it's been a really cool place. So if not that, check out the Facebook group. And
Yeah, so we definitely want to make sure that people know where to find you. So we're going to put this up here. So disruptive dot solutions brings you to Ian's card. And all right, so tell us again, what are we finding on your card? What's all this cool stuff that we can do on? when we come to your card?
Sure. Well, I at this point, what I'm hoping, because like I said, I got a lot of free resources from people on YouTube. Um, I have this resources tab. I make those videos. I'll be including those on here as well. But that
And
resources
your
tab,
YouTube channel is there too, so people can go out and connect with you on your YouTube channel from your
that's
card.
right. Yep.
Yep.
So all of my social media is over here. Very easily accessible. You've heard of V cards. Somebody can download my phone number and my email directly to their phone by hitting that. Email me directly. This is going to pull up a window on your phone or desktop to begin emailing me, call me, or text me. And yeah, you'd mentioned like lead magnets. That's what I would consider this to be, I guess, is like somebody could even come in here and just ask directly, how can I implement AI into my business, and start that conversation and get an answer, get a free resource for themselves. So that's something that I'm excited about is just like, how do I create tools that bring people, that drive traffic towards me, and that offers somebody some value, because I think that that's so important as far as becoming somebody that's trusted in the space. Is I'm not just over here like holding all my secrets. I want to share it with you. I want you to be empowered just like I was empowered by all of these people who helped me. So
Right. And when you
yeah.
think about it, I mean, that's what it's all about. Because when you think about being unique out in the marketplace, and again, a lot of the folks that watch uh, Coffee with Regina are coaches and consultants. And out in that industry, it is massively saturated. There are so many coaches and consultants out there. It's just like so many out there. It's crazy. And the thing is that you really need to set yourself apart from the rest of the crowd, right? And that's what the whole unicorn factor is about.
Mm-hmm.
This is why your stuff fits right into what I'm doing, because this is one way where you can go out and differentiate yourself from everybody else. I know we talked about kind of what I think we were texted back and forth about creating like a quiz lead magnet. So what's an idea you might have about creating a quiz lead magnet using AI?
Sure. So that was something that I'd messed around with on different iterations of my business card or a website that I had tried to build before, is a quiz. So somebody lands on your page and you have questions that dynamically change based on their previous answers. So they're not just getting the traditional preset questions, they're getting more tailored answers. So let's say at the end of the quiz, they're going to be getting a report from your assistant, your AI assistant, that gives them a plan, so you don't even have to worry about that necessarily, or you have somewhere to start before having even met them. And it's directly tailored to their needs, because the questions are going to change, get more specific, and build off of each other to better help that person.
Right.
So,
So say like you're a weight loss coach
mhm.
and you're helping and you want a quiz to find out, where a person is or where they are on their journey so that you know where to direct them for the next step. Is that something you could pop into a quiz and where they could ask questions? The questions could be there.
Oh,
I
yes.
figure I'd give you a practical example.
Oh, yes, 100%. And that's something I think I might have shown you, was one that I built for a friend of mine who has a therapeutic practice, that it takes them through a series of questions. And then at the end, it pairs them with the correct therapist based on their answers. So all sorts of different ways it could be done. If you're like a car salesman or whatever, you'd be like, okay, I think that this is the right car for you based on your answers. And it's allowing you and freeing you up, so you don't necessarily have to be getting all of that information that could easily be received from this other method. So
Yeah, I just find it amazing because I've been one of those people who have gone out and taken some of those quizzes that are out there. And you can tell they're pre-programmed questions with like a set of pre-programmed answers.
mhm.
In this case, it's using AI to help you. So you're getting custom answers. You're not just getting if I answer the same question that you answer, depending on what we've answered before, we might get a different response from it because it's AI saying, well, here for Ian, it's this, for Regina, it's this. And
Mm-hmm.
I just see, yeah, totally geeking out here. I'm like, oh, the applications here are like just so cool because you could do so much with this.
Oh boy, I know. Yeah, they spin in my head all the time.
I don't know how you sleep at night.
I I don't. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, I don't.
With
No
all this
idea.
stuff in my head, my brain's all. This is not what I do for a living. I'm just incorporating pieces of it, and for you and I, this is why it's like, I'm even, we're on a live stream right now. I'm going to say it out here. I was like, I need to partner with you because it was like, for my clients, this is a great resource, a great service for them to be able to say, well, you know what? I love this. This sounds really super cool. I'm not the one who's going to go out and do this though, because that Replit thing scares the crap out of me. I'm not sure how to do it. It's not my thing. However, if I understand correctly where you're going with your business, they could potentially hire you and you could say, okay, tell me what the project is, tell me what you want. And you could just go knock it out for them.
Yeah, definitely. That's where I'm hoping to go or to consult. But primarily, I really enjoy just building these things out. I really enjoy problem solving with people and helping them find a shortcut or yeah, just ways that they can save time and money. And yeah, it's so fun. And I think with the speed at which everything is going, it will become more democratized where it's going to be a whole lot less scary. You could go into Google or whatever, and be like, hey, I need this app that does this, and boom, get it. But still, there's this time where people like myself are exploring it, and I am getting some expertise in the area, and yeah, would love to share that with folks. So I think that it's also I'm cheaper, than a traditional developer. I'm quicker than a traditional developer, and so yeah, all sorts of cool stuff going on in this space.
Yeah, it's you and I are definitely going to have to talk about that because it is just so cool. I'm like flashing back to my old programming days, and I just had this flashback for something that you might be the spearhead of as things are progressing in this industry. That I was thinking about. We had brought an app into the corporate company that I was working for, and I don't even remember what it was for. It was to do something, but instead of hiring a bunch of C programmers, and it was just plain old C at the time, not C plus or plus plus or any of that kind of stuff,
Ooh,
any of the newest stuff. It was plain old C program back then,
oh
and
boy.
but the thing was is that some other innovative company made this GUI interface that sat on top of the C, well, the graphical user interface for those non-coders out there. Basically it made it look pretty, so all you had to do is just enter in. So very much like Ian's card there, where you just say, hey, put black, pink, purple, whatever the colors, and you could just tell it here, give it this, and it created all of that C code in the background. And so your stuff there, that whole interface to create something that you can then market and say, hey, if you want to create your lead magnet, your quiz, this, that, or the other thing, all you have to do is put your information in, and it's pre-programmed in the background to go set up the replica, to go Replit stuff, to go set up this, to go set up that, and just make it all just happen. So you don't have to know that stuff. You don't have to go there. You don't even have to know what's happening in the background. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is just put your requirements in, your specifications, and boom, out pops this really cool thing.
Yes, yes, yep. It's so cool.
You are on the bleeding edge, my friend, as
Thank
they
you.
say.
Yes, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are there any? Because we're running out of time, and
Sure.
I could geek out on this, and nobody wants to hear me geek out anymore.
I know, me too.
Right? Is there any thoughts or ideas or tips you might give somebody if they're maybe checking this out for the first time?
Uh, yeah, well, first off, I guess I would say, like you already mentioned, to I mean, it's very easy to get overwhelmed with all of this, and for myself as well. But the answers and the resources are there, and that being just having a conversation naturally with ChatGPT and saying, "Hey, I'm new to this. Can you walk me through?" Just like a first grader, you know. And that's how I've had to do it sometimes. Is like explain it to me as if I was a first grader. How do I create this? And it will walk you through, and just following in its instructions, coming back to it and having saying this is working and this isn't, and it will do it for you. So maybe not even just with AI and coding, but whatever it might be that you're interested in exploring, you can do that now. You don't have to wait around for going to school or whatever it might be. AI can totally help you learn any new skill. So that's where I would start, is just having a conversation with AI.
And I absolutely love that. That is a great tip. And I don't think people realize that if you don't know what you're doing in ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever Meta AI, whatever AI you're playing with right now, you if you don't know what you're doing, just ask AI. It'll be happy to explain it to you.
Totally. It's
I
just
think
ready and waiting.
yeah, I know. I don't think people think about that. They're like, I need to know what to tell it. And it's like, or you could just say, what kind of information do you need for me to be able to do this? And it'll be happy to spit out everything that you need to know.
Oh
That's the
boy.
coolest thing about this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ian, for being here today.
Yes,
I
thank
mean,
you.
you are truly disrupting, how people are doing this stuff. So I love the name of your company. I love Disruptive Solutions. So make sure you go to Disruptive Solutions and check out Ian's site and go to that card creator and play with it. See what you can do. I totally appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate it so much, Regina. Thank you. And, I've only known you maybe for a month, and we've had some really great conversations, and I appreciate everything that you do as well. So thank you for putting on interviews like this, just having released your book. I started reading it the other day, and it seems like a really cool thing. And I'm sure for myself, I'll be able to get some useful tips for just creating my very first business. It's exciting for me to meet people like yourself who can also, who are offering, free tools and just a kind person to go to if I had a question. So thank you so much.
Aw, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, we will see you all next time on Coffee with Regina. Bye for now.
Bye.